designs are just quaint. Oh, hey there. Hey, how's it going, OneMan? Today it's Storytime, bitches. It's a little mini series I have called Storytime with OneMan. Today I'm going to be discussing, talking to you, telling you a story about my journey as a compile hard idea factory fan, and simultaneously that of a YouTuber. See, we're gonna start off with the simple journey of compile hard. And it starts with the Record of August War for the 360. The Record of August War series, as some of you who have interacted with me shall know, was the very portal into the Neptunian franchise. The franchise that my channel is most known for. Albeit, Assassin's Creed and WWE come in a little bit later. Record of August War was a game I came across around 2009, 2010, I think. And it was it's a very solid game. It's a game that is a tactical strategy based RPG. One where you position characters, you link them up, and your attacks link together. I might do a EX skills list later on down the line. Anyways, the Record of August War and Compile Hard actually used to have a pretty decent deal with Xbox 360. This was the 360 days, by the way, that wasn't a complete slap to the JRPG fans and anime fans. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But let me tell you a story. I discovered this when I was looking over a potential friend's achievement list. And I saw a pic of the achievements list with Leonhardt's face. The dude that you see on your left. I saw his face and I'm like, oh man, an anime game. I wonder, is it going to be good? Is it going to be good unlike the horrendous Naruto games made by Bandai? So I asked my potential friend if I should give it a shot. And he said, if you like cute girls, you like action, and you like subtle nuances with when it comes to holy religious themes, it's right down your alley. I also know how you like politics, OneMan. So that's on the by and by. And in the end, the way I would ingratiate myself into the Augurus community, I would watch guys like Augurus Nate take advice from guys like Ananeko 100. Fun fact, Xbox 360 version actually has 2 or 3 achievements that are not featured in the standard trophy list or achievement lists for PlayStation and for Steam. Sorry, it took me so long. And for Steam. And it's interesting because I never really thought of it that way. I never really thought that Xbox 360 would provide you with 2 extra achievements just for the sake of it. I mean, I guess that's your unique experience on Xbox, but eventually, I plan on doing a full-on gameplay of the Perfect Path. I'm gonna play the Perfect Path of the Xbox 360 version. And I'm going to do that for one reason. I feel like this would be a good place to start for me to do small episodes by small episodes. It's a good game, a very good game. Some may not like the mechanics, and the story's not for everyone. But for me, this is one of the most interesting, irreplaceable franchises that I know when it comes to JRPGs. I love strategy. As you know, I love strategy games. I love themes related to deicide and all this other warped shit. Warped shit that I also have, and as well as the fact that I have a love for waifus. And honestly, Adult Alice is pretty fucking hot. But I'd say my favorite is the goddess Dishana. And second favorite is Mermina. However, at the same time, there's a lot of drawbacks to Record of Augur's War, particularly if you want to platinum the game. Because there's two things you need in hard mode. Hard mode, you have to have in order to platinum the game. Because without it, you can't get the extended boundary plane. And without the extended boundary plane, you cannot get Conqueror of the Plains. Why is this important? Conqueror of the Plains is a trophy on PSN, a gold trophy. And that if you don't beat level 999 Chaos, which you need the extended boundary plane for, you will not, I repeat, you will not get the platinum. You will not get the platinum, you will not even get the gold trophy for that, or the titular trophy. Man, where is that? Record of Augur's War and Record of Augur's War 0 were two really great games. So you may wonder to yourself, OneMan, there's 3 Record of Augur's War games released in order: Record of Augur's War, Record of Augur's War 0, and Record of Augur's War 2. Why are you only listing 2 of the 3? And that, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, is where things actually get a little interesting. See, Compile Heart and Idea Factory has this nasty little habit of alienating business relationships, business partnerships. They did it with Nisa, but before they did it with Nisa, they actually did it with Xbox. See, apparently, Record of Augur's War 2 had so much lolly bait and borderline softcore hentai that they opted out of 360 when Microsoft said you needed to censor it. So while I applaud how they stand up for their own right to create, I also don't applaud limiting the audience, because I'm sure there are actually a lot of Xbox 360 fans out there who like anime games as well as their, Americanized games, but don't want to buy a whole new system just to play that game. And to be fair, Record of Augur's War 2, while a great game, should not be a sole reason why you buy a PS3. But basically what happened is that over censorship issues, Compile Heart and Idea Factory decided to sever their business partnership with Microsoft. So, in the end, it's small petty business issues that Compile Heart and Idea Factory are known for. So, where does OneManCast itself begin? OneManCast itself begins roughly around 2014, 2015. Because for OneMan, the gameplay of Neptunia started in 2014. 2014, in 2014, I had learned of the Neptunia franchise from Lost Pause. I had seen a thumbnail of a cute, kawaii anime girl who I would later come to hate, known as Kampa, and who was bandaging another girl, mostly nude, but wrapped up in bandage tape, i.e. Neptune. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm a Yuri guy / Shoujo Ai guy, this is exactly what I want to see. So I watched Noble play the game, and he just has the grandest time. So I thought, okay, I'll play this game. I'll play Rebirth 1. Rebirth 1 was great. I mean, after my journey in this whole scenario, I had a radically different view of it than when I started. And I started with Rebirth 1. But where the channel slightly begins in earnest is Mega Dimension V2 /7 if you want to go by Roman numerals. See, there was this little thing I used to balance for my channel between WWE game content and Neptunia content. Back then the aim was to promote myself as a person entering the pro wrestling business, as pro wrestling is one of the things that is a bit near and dear to my heart, for personal reasons. One of which is being relevant today, and that's because my old man got me into pro wrestling. And inadvertently got me into anime. And and people who know me know the history behind it all. It was actually that person's legacy that made me really want to start the channel in earnest. It was a goal of making people happy while being free to be themselves. Therefore, I had long put a stop on a lot of some would consider hate speech. And the reason why I did that is because in the end, we live in a world filled with evil people. Evil people who will say and do what you don't like. I didn't want those people to be misrepresented or not represented. No matter what you may think, we live in a country where even a bigot has a right to express their opinion. It's not something they should ever be fired for or hated for, but they should at least be held accountable. But in order to hold somebody accountable, you have to let them speak the phrases themselves. I hope you guys on the left do realize this. Anyways, it's the idea that bringing smiles and happiness to each other is probably the main core of my channel. It's very difficult for me because I don't have a lot to smile about, and I'm terrible with humor. I'm terrible at making people laugh, and oftentimes instead of doing the humor context, it's often a reviewer context. I have this inconsistent bouncing around between concepts. And it's not surprising, really. My mind is basically chaos incarnate. It's Pandora's box. It is literally the epitome of chaos, yet organized chaos. It is so chaotic that even my brain's own consistency is non-existent, but yet so filled with knowledge that it can be used for any purpose or tool that I desire it for. And honestly, a lot of my friendships with a lot of people ended up becoming a fact in a reality over Neptunia. It's my buddy C-Bro. And through him, a lot of the fans that I have started with Mega Dimension V2. I remember a long time ago when he used to have less subscribers than me. He used to be only 12 subscribers. And oftentimes he would be so tired, so exhausted, that oftentimes I would, and sometimes even so alone, that I would, hang out on the stream for long periods of time, even if I didn't care for Destiny or didn't care for Zelda. I thought, you know what, it's always good to support a friend and be loyal. And you know what? I had no problems with him not promoting me. No big deal. And he keeps in constant communication and contact with me. And I'm a I'm a dude in his Discord server. I donate money for him because I legitimately get excitement by seeing him scream like a bitch. But in all seriousness, I've often been constantly passed by. Not just because of who I am and how volatile I may be, but also because YouTube has often hated me. They hate my brash mentality. They hate the fact that I can constantly tell the truth about my political affiliations and how I am involved in Trump's election. That being said, I'm going to leave it at that for the political stuff. I'll get to that in another video. Anyways, back on track. In the end, I would eventually start playing a lot of different Neptunia games. A lot of which I would draw about my first gen after the OG gen. I.e. guys, like, the OG guys are kind of like Brian Kellerson, / Silent RPG / Quantum Dream. And guys like Jason Jarrett. Then I got Gen 1 with Juan Galvan, Alpha, Mikey Cochran, Omar Zararka, my beloved Dataru, the person who runs my Discord server, Benny. Or now known as Shitposting Assault Rifle. You know, that generation of people. And you know what's sad? Despite the rise of my channel subscribers, my viewership has just constantly decayed. And there's actually a possibility that if they refuse my application for monetization, and they could, for whatever reason they desire, if they desire to deny my application for monetization, if they're going to do that, they can actually take away my end cards and cards in general. Fun fucking fact. So, to a message to YouTube, if you don't like any songs that don't belong to me and you want to have no monetary concept over, just send them the money. Content ID claim. Don't deny me monetization. I'm sure your, comprehensive team can handle it. Fuck, I don't even care if you use TuneCore even though they don't own the rights. But, and to a point, I started being a little creative on my pursuit to reaching 1,000 subscribers. I did things like trophy hunts. I even did things like buy the Japanese versions of games so I could, beat the clock. So I could be the one to dominate the SEO, the search bar. Which is a huge key to making in this goddamn industry, is the search bar. I will say this though, ladies and gentlemen. If I do get my monetization disabled, I'm going to need, some legit help in making a living out of this. But I just wanted to show you some of the cool stuff as well. They have so many cool line drawings. They have line drawings, concept designs, CGs. Well, it's more like me telling you, not designing. Really fucking good. I think I might just scan these and upload them, because I don't think showing the booklet will do it justice. And honestly, if you want to know of all the accolades that I have, you can always look at my profile on PlayStation Network Profiles.com, PSN Profiles, under Dead4346. But, and with that, I kind of have built a reputation as a good trophy hunter. Nowhere near on Ichikyo-sama's level, but still pretty damn good. Where else I do? Well, after a certain point, I decided I wanted to enter the field of actual reviews. As I feel like the reviews and the OSTs and the AMVs are my more creative videos. And in the end, I do plan on uploading all of the moments I reached platinum. And the reason why I'm making this video, other than being inspired by Record of August War and finding this in my room for whatever reason, when I was looking for my, for something in my room, I came across the booklet for this, and I thought this would make a good story. So keep that in mind. So, and there are so many discussion videos and stuff I have planned. Stuff I have very well planned for. I'm probably going to follow this up with an Assassin's Creed review. So, be excited for that. So much for the articulation, right? As this is what these videos are supposed to be about, is practicing my articulation skills. But, oh, and last but not least, my Neptunia reviews and my reviews for, actually it's just the Neptunia reviews that I haven't been able to use. Basically, I have, in the process of failing messing up my data transfer, I ended up losing all the documents for the stuff I had planned. I had planned for all the Neptunia ratings. I was going to have a script for ranking the differing Neptunia games. Man, I'm a weird person when it comes to the community, apparently. Apparently the community finds me a bit odd in my preference and selections. And it really goes to show that I'm always the antithesis of a common Neptunia fan. Honestly. Doesn't bother me a bit, though. As such, I feel like a Neptunia ranking is rather appropriate, as well as the coming Neptunia reviews, but I gotta wait for the footage to show up first. And since I gotta wait for the Neptunia ratings, or, wait for me to get my scripts back before I do that stuff. Oh, and one other thing. I also did a ranking for my top 10 anime of all time, so that'll eventually be coming in the works. But here's the thing, that data transfer also has the footage I needed for my character study videos. Didn't expect it to be, but that's how it happened. So those are in limbo. And the only reason why the net ones are in limbo is because I don't want to build a whole new script and a whole new thing that contradicts the old one. I hate making scripts that in the end contradict the message I wanted to get across in the old one. So with that, that is that. Where was I going with this? So, in the sake of, making sure I get all that footage, all of those reviews and stuff done, it's for the sake of quality, and I wholeheartedly hope that you guys will come to appreciate it. I will eventually have Mary Skelter, Atelier Sophie, Japanese version of Death End Request, I already did a Nier Automata review, which is it's complete shit. I'll have Assassin's Creed Odyssey in the next upcoming video that isn't a live stream. And then after that, I should have one of my subscriber specials edited properly. I'm still trying to find and work out a good time for Sundays to do Cards Against OneMan. So, I'll keep you updated on that. Sorry my streams haven't been around as much or as numerous. Stuff has been going on, if you know what I mean. But in general, I think one of the best things about my channel is the community I've built, and quite frankly, the games I review are done for that very purpose. It's to educate and inform people on how I think, what I think, and everything about it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this little story time with me. I'm gonna have a few other episodes of this eventually. Just me talking about random topics, random stories related to me, and how I interact and fit within society. Albeit, on the latter, pro tip, I don't. Anyways. I'm a weird lad. But in the end, I enjoy doing what I do, and I hope to frickin' hell that I'm not put in a position where I'm going to have to resort to my secondary political channel for money. Because holy hell, if YouTube cuts my monetization and gets rid of my end cards and cards, I might have to resort to using my political channel to be the funding. So keep that in mind. My goal, though, with uploading OSTs, AMVs, and copywritten works like that, though, is solely for the sake of having eyes on the channel. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, yeah, and I guess I am looking for a girlfriend, so random thing you can add in on the end there. Fun story, at the Buffalo Wild Wings when I was recording for my video, there was a girl there who was almost my type. She had a cute body, she was tall, she was skinny. Yeah, she was a bit blonde, but yeah. But it was the face that got me. It was like, I don't know what it is about human beings' faces these days. It's just increasingly unattractive. Yeah. Anyways, if you like this video, give it a like. Subscribe if you are viewing this for the first time. Click the bell to be notified of my content. Watch my videos until the end for the end cards. Because who knows if I'm even going to have them back after a while. And comment in the comment section. follow me on Twitch at OneManCast, Periscope at OneManCast, Mixer Bloody Renaissance, and Twitter at OneManCast346. With that, ladies and gentlemen, you have been just told a wonderful story.